In the astrology of November 27th, we experience the Gemini full moon, which is a massive release of mindset, a massive release of speech. In the Gemini archetype, we speak what it is that we, in particular, as the individual, think, separated from the collective wisdom. And so as we experience this full moon, we are all going to be releasing different things. For Aries, you're going to be releasing unspoken words, the things that you've wanted to say for a long time, but you've held yourself back from doing so. You've built up certain walls around your speech and your throat chakra, and you've decided that for one reason or another that it's best that you just keep it to yourself. But the pressure and the intensity of this energy is now coming to the surface. And on this Gemini full moon, it's a great time to speak and say what it is that you need to say. For Taurus, this Gemini full moon is about releasing financial concerns, releasing the fear that you're not going to have what it is that you need. Releasing the fear, releasing the panic state found in the root chakra, and essentially the fear that your general needs aren't going to be taken care of by external forces, or that you are incapable of handling it internally. So this is a time to release that and accept that things can get better. For Gemini, this full moon is about the release of self-limits. This is the limitations that we put on ourselves. This is the limitations that you've essentially manufactured over time in sort of co-creation with people in your life who maybe didn't believe in you, people who may have not had the best intentions, and even those who thought that they were being helpful, but what they've really done is put you down. And so this is a great full moon to release the emotional connection towards your own perception of yourself, and in the form specifically of its limitations. For Cancer, this is the full moon where it is a great time to release incomplete journeys that are not going to reach fruition, releasing connections, friendships, and relationships that are not going somewhere. They are only sort of slowly spiraling down or stagnating completely. It's time to release the unfinished past. For Leo, you are in the position in this full moon to release illusionary social responsibility. So, any time that you have certain societal pressures or expectations that are being hoisted on you by the people in your life, now is a time to release the illusionary side of that. Your own commitments and responsibilities are one thing, but the ones that you've never decided and the ones that other people have essentially tried to decide for you, it's time to release those once and for all. For Virgo, you are in the position this full moon to release long-term future visions. And this is a release of a very fixed and attached way that they're supposed to happen. Some of these things, especially as you will see in the short term, are going to change. They might need to change entirely, though your original dream might still be locked in place. It might still be your destiny. The form with which it takes might need to change entirely. For Libra, you are called to release mental cycles and to release essentially any internal rumination as well as external defensiveness from other people who are trying to give you helpful advice. For Scorpio, this full moon is about releasing suppressed intuition, your own internal knowing that you may have suppressed for better or for worse, as well as basically taking off the limiters of your psychic gift and psychic power entirely. There might be part of you that has a limitation similar to Gemini, but this one's built more around what it is that you are capable of psychically, what it is that you are capable of in your spiritual connection to the divine, towards the universe, or towards the general spirit realm. For Sagittarius, you are called not to be foolish on this full moon, but at the same time to have a healthy release of a certain level of skepticism of others. This is a time to reevaluate and see if perhaps you've been passing too harsh of judgment on other people. Maybe you've made up your minds about what their character really is. And now's the time to take a step back and say, hold on, with this person, I might still feel that way, but with this other person, maybe I'm being too harsh. For Capricorn, you are called to release inflexibility. You're essentially called to be very flexible in your near future plans. So this is, just like with Virgo and its long-term future plans, for you, Capricorn, what is happening in the immediate future, in just the next few weeks, you'll need to be a lot more flexible with how it is that you are making things happen, and essentially being open-minded to some of the things that you wanted maybe taking different forms entirely. For Aquarius, you are called, for lack of a better term, to release the energy that is stopping you from lightening up, from finding joy, expression, simplicity in your inner youth. This is a time to release any blockages that are holding you back from having some fun, from enjoying yourself, from sort of revamping your life and plugging in some extraneous, external silliness that actually helps you have a much more enjoyable experience in your pursuit of your passions. No matter how serious, no matter how important, this is a time to have some fun. And for Pisces, you are called to release grudges and or release guilt. So this is grudges towards your family or guilt from your family. This is a time to let go of a lot of these bizarre, multi-generational familial cycles. This is a time to let some of those go completely and start fresh. Maybe you've had a tumultuous relationship with some of your family members, and this is a time to start things over and give them a call after all those years of silence. Thank you guys for tuning in today. I hope you all have an amazing Gemini full moon, and I will talk to you all tomorrow.